Do you want to be successful? Maybe you are working really hard right now. Maybe you've been trying a lot of things, reading a lot of books, watching a lot of videos, and yet wala pa ring magandang resulta. Or maybe for a very long time, may konting resulta naman, may konting progress naman, pero parang ang layo-layo ng success. This video is for you because we will talk about the 5 enemies of success. By the way, if you are new to my channel, my name is MJ Lopez and I've been doing business for more than 18 years, transforming the lives of people in the process. From zero, from being poor to becoming millionaires, from millionaires to multi-millionaires, and I also have the privilege to be coaching and working with billionaires who wants a more rounded way of life. And we will talk about the top 5 enemies of success. Something na na-observe ko, nakita ko sa behaviors ng mga tao, something na na-experience ko rin sa sarili ko, the things that I chose to eliminate, main reason why nakarating ako kung nasan ako ngayon. And of course, I've seen people who have the potential, who are smart, who have the why, who have the purpose in life. Malinaw na malinaw, pwede silang maging successful, kayang-kaya nilang maging successful, pero hindi pa rin nakarating sa success. Nag-fail pa rin, sumuko pa rin. At yung pag-uusapan natin ngayon, ito yung main reasons why people fail to become successful. Now, of course, for you to understand the topic better, pag-usapan muna natin ano ba ang definition ng MJ Lopez ng success. Because again, I will be talking about my own experience. Take note of this, guys. Success is not an endpoint. It is a journey. So, ibig sabihin, you can be successful financially now, but you can be more successful financially. Pwedeng ma-improve, pwede pang mag-grow. One major example is, if your goal is to have time for your family. Kung gusto mo ng bonding with your family, pinag-ipunan mo, nakarating kayo sa isang place like Palawan, Boracay, or maybe Singapore, Hong Kong, Thailand. Either way, that's success for you. But I call it a moment of success. Because after that moment, you have to go back to stress. You have to go back to working really hard. You have to go back saving money for you to be able to experience it again. Right? So, ibig sabihin, na-experience mo siya, na-experience mo yung moment of success. But that doesn't mean you will stop there. You can have more experiences like that. That's how I define success. It is a journey. You can be successful now. You can be working really hard tomorrow and experience success over and over again. Our goal here is continuous progress. Yung tuloy-tuloy tayo, yung may momentum. So ano ba yung mas malinaw na definition ko ng success? And maybe you can actually relate to this. And I think this is one of the major enemies na pag-uusapan natin mamaya. And later in this video, I'm gonna share with you a very powerful idea that will help you eliminate the 5 enemies of success. Because of course, pag na-identify na natin ano yung kalaban ng success, your job is to eliminate it as fast as you can. Now, ano muna yung success? Para sa akin, part ng success. And in my experience, ito yung inuna ko. And it's called financial freedom. I'm not talking about marami ka lang pera. I'm talking about financial freedom. Kasi magkakaiba tayo ng trip sa buhay. So financial freedom for me is, pag may gusto kang bilhin, pwede mong bilhin. It's not about proving yourself to other people. It's not about being mayabang, being arrogant. It's not about buying stuff to show people that you are rich. It's not about buying stuff to show people that you are extremely successful. It's about buying stuff because you just want it. You want it for yourself. You want your family to experience the life that they truly deserve. Ngayon, pwedeng pagmayaman ng isang tao, mayabangan tayo. But that doesn't mean mayabang sila. Pwedeng nayayabangan ka lang, pwedeng naiinggit ka lang. But in context, there are really people na ang pinanggagalingan nila when it comes to pera is they want to show it to people. They want to brag it. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about financial freedom. And freedom means freedom of choice. So for example, kung mahilig ka mag-shopping, tapos pumunta ka sa isang boutique, tapos may nagustuhan kang jacket or sapatos or anything, right? Ano yung una mong titingnan? Diba yung presyo? Tapos parang tongit, diba? Pipintahin mo pa siya. Ay, mahal. Pangit, di ba? You will convince yourself na pangit yung product, na hindi maganda, na hindi kasya sa'yo because you can't afford it. And maybe, ang dami nang naka-add to cart, pero wala ka pang pambayad. Maybe you want a car. You want a house. You want to travel. You want a motorcycle. You want to experience something great in your life, but you can't afford it. So, ibig sabihin, for you to be able to have those experiences, have meaningful experiences with your family, you have to have money. Tandaan nyo to, hindi man pera ang pinakamahalagang bagay sa mundo, kasi ang pinakamahalaga, oxygen. Lahat ng mahalagang tao sa buhay mo, apektado ng pera. So sa ayaw mo at sa hindi, part ng success yung pera. I'm not saying ito yung pinakamahalaga. Lahat ng aspects of success mahalaga kasi connected yan eh. Yung mga susunod na babanggitin ko, lahat yung connected sa pera. So ibig sabihin, money is a small part of success, but it is extremely important. And for most people, ito yung mahalagang mauna. Maiintindihan nyo yan mamaya. Kaya nga when I talk about money, I'm not talking about it in the context na pag yumaman ka tapos na. No. Money is a mover. Money will be your accelerator for you to improve the other aspects of your life. For you to have freedom, for you to get experiences, for you to be more healthy, for you to be able to help a lot of people. Para mas makatulong ka sa mas maraming tao sa pamilya mo, kailangan tulungan mo muna yung sarili mo. So that's it for me, financial freedom. So if you wanna buy branded clothes, Louis Vuitton, Hermes, Gucci, Prada, right? If that's what you want, go for it. If you want logos in your clothes, go for it. If you want old money stuff, Loro Piana, bespoke. Like my sleeves right now, this is bespoke. This is tailored. This is tailored by Common Suits Manila. The fabric is Loro Piana. It's not showing any branding. Hindi para iyabang. I bought it because I want it for myself. That's freedom for me. So kung gusto mo ng sports car, mahilig ka sa kotse, mahilig ka sa motor, mahilig ka sa relo, go for it. It's about buying the things that you want. Sana malinaw tayo doon, guys. Now, para sa akin, health is a major part of success because you will not enjoy your money kung hindi ka healthy. And there are people na nauubos yung pera dahil sa health. And worse, naubos na nga yung pera, namatay pa rin dahil sa health. And that's the reality. And right now, being healthy is a social status. Pag healthy ka, you are taking care of yourself, malakas yung katawan mo, that's already wealthy. Yun na yung isa sa yaman na pwede mong ipagmalaki. It's because no matter how much money you have, although money is important, mahalaga yung pera para makabili ka ng organic foods, mahalaga yung pera para sa enrollment sa gym and other fitness stuff, but at the end of the day, regardless of the money you have, it will take a lot of time for you to be healthy. So health. Next. Hindi love life yan, guys, ha? Hindi yan hello love again, ha? That's fulfillment, okay? So fulfillment means that you are helping other people, you can help your family, you can help the people around you, and most importantly, you can actually help yourself. So ito yung nakakatulong ka sa maraming tao. It can be very small, pero ang mahalaga, nakakatulong ka. Next is relationships. Maayos yung relasyon mo sa mga tao, sa circle mo, sa mga mahal mo sa buhay. And even if it's really toxic, at least you have communication. At least you have a good relationship with them, or at least napatawad mo man lang sila. Wala kang dala-dala sa dibdib mo. Because we are seeing a lot of people, celebrities, famous people, mayayaman na tao, pero hindi maayos yung relationship nila sa family. Regardless of that, because there are times na hindi yan controllable. Kasi magkakaibang tao tayo. But when it comes to success, for me, kahit hindi mo sila gustong kasama, internally, ang mahalaga, napatawad mo sila. And you can actually love them from afar. You can actually pray for them kahit masama yung ginawa nila sa'yo. It's not about hugging them. It's not about being with them all the time kasi nga ang toxic nila. But at least pray for them. Wish them well. Na yung mga kamag-anak nating ang sasama ng ugali, let's still pray for them. Na sana magbago sila. Kasi para sa kanila naman yon. Next is time freedom. So, ibig sabihin, kung wala kang time freedom, hindi mo rin may enjoy yung pera mo. Nahihirapan kang trabahuhin yung sarili mo. Paano ka makakatulong sa ibang tao? How can you actually spend time with your family if you don't have time freedom? Now, the thing is, time freedom for me is not the absence of doing. It's doing the things that you love the most. So, for example, in a business, meron kang negosyo. There are several aspects of business that are extremely important. Products, sales and marketing, finance, operations, and people development, for example. Ano dyan sa aspects na yan, yung gusto mong gawin, yung paborito mo, yung nagfulfill sa'yo. Freedom means being able to focus on that, pero nag-ooperate pa rin yung business mo kasi hindi ka pwedeng mamili. Lahat ng aspects ng negosyo mahalaga, right? But freedom means you can hire people, you can leverage your time, you can leverage your money, so that the people who loves doing the stuff that you don't wanna do, sila na yung gagawa para sa'yo. So for example, if you don't like product development, mag-assign ka ng ibang tao para dyan. If you don't like finance, mag-assign ka ng ibang tao para dyan. So you can focus on the things that you love. So even while you are working, it feels like you are fulfilled. It feels like you are just playing because you love what you are doing. So ibig sabihin, para sa akin, ito yung gusto nating makarating. At ang pinaka-importante dito, guys, is of course, God. And we always put God above success. Kasi sa Kanya yan galing lahat. Siya yung nagbibigay sa atin ng success. Siya yung creator po natin. Mag-comment kayo if you agree. Now, this is where you wanna go. Okay? So, this is you. So, ang nangyayari, pagod na pagod tayo, hirap na hirap tayo, we are working really hard, pero akala natin, papunta tayo sa success. Pero, may pumipigil. Nandito yung kalaban. So, yung 5 enemies, that is the main reason why, even if we work really hard, yung movement natin, lateral lang. Yung movement natin, hindi paangat. At kahit paangat, napipigilan tayo, nahuhold back tayo. Pabalik-balik tayo dito. And it's painful. It hurts. Kasi paulit-ulit lang yung nangyayari. Kahit ang dami nating tinatry na bago. Kasi nga, baka hindi mo pa naiintindihan yung enemies of success. So pag-usapan na natin yung 5 enemies of success. Number 1. Number 1 is fear. So, dalawa to, guys. It's fear of failure and fear of the unknown. Again, you have to understand na ang failure, guys, it is actually a byproduct of past experiences. Kasi hindi mo pwedeng sabihin na failure ka in the future. Hindi pa nga nangyayari eh. So, ang failure, nanggagaling siya sa negative, toxic experiences natin from the past. Yung paulit-ulit tayo nag-fail, nahirapan, nasaktan, nagbigay sa atin ng masakit na emotions, nagbigay sa atin ng mabigat na emotions. Main reason why, baon na baon sa atin yung experience. So, paano muna nabibuild yung fear? Understand that in every experiences that we have, guys, ang byproduct ng lahat ng experience ay emotions. So when we draw this human, we have the mind, the heart, and the body. So it's the thoughts, emotions, and actions. Okay? So ngayon, in a certain experience, may nakikita ka, may nararamdaman ka, may taong involved, may event, may time. Pwedeng birthday, pwedeng meaningful sa'yo yung time na yon. Pwedeng may achievement ka. Pwedeng a failure moment in your life. An urgent moment in your life. Either way, lahat ng experiences may byproduct yan na emotions. It's the heart. It's part of the heart, right? And the thing is, ang naaalala natin, ang pinaka-naaalala natin, is yung pinaka-sobrang saya, blissful, at yung pinaka-masakit. The problem is this. We just allow things to happen. Pag masaya tayo, we allow things to happen. We allow things to flow. We enjoy it, right? We focus on the present moment. Normally, we are not focused on the cause of the event. Pero, pag may sobrang bigat, sobrang sakit na nangyari sa atin, maliban sa naaalala natin siya, we focus on the cause of the event. When we focus on the cause, your brain will take a snapshot of it. At pag nangyari ulit siya, within the same boundaries of the experience, pwedeng same people involved, pwedeng same event, pwedeng same yung kulay ng damit mo. Either way, lahat ng involved doon sa masakit na event na yon magiging psychological anchor. So pag nangyari ulit siya, magkakaroon ng spotlight effect because your brain will magnify all the risk considering na na-experience mo na siya before. One major example, graduation or may achievement ka sa school. Ang saya-saya mo. May winning moment ka. Pwedeng MVP ka o merong game or merong tula but your parents didn't show up. Meaningful moment. Important moment in your life and very important people. Mahahalagang tao yung involved. Tapos binuli ka pa ng classmates mo. It's because of that, bumagsak yung state mo, pwedeng natalo ka doon sa game or pwedeng ikaw lang yung walang magulang. Kahit panalo ka sana. So what will happen is, you will remember that. Let's just say nangyari siya ulit. Pwedeng birthday mo, pwedeng another event sa school, hindi na naman nag-show up yung parents mo. Someone really meaningful to you. Magkakaroon ng spotlight. Yung utak mo, ayan o, hindi na naman nag-show up. So what will happen is, magkakaroon ka na ng fear of failure. Kasi ang sakit. And that's a failure moment. The problem with that is, success dapat siya, masaya ka dapat, achievement dapat sineselebrate, birthday mo, magandang event, may nangyaring maganda, pero wala sila. They didn't show up. So yan yung nagbibigay sa atin ng fear. Matatakot tayo na baka hindi na naman sila magpakita ulit. Baka ganyan, baka ganito yung mangyari ulit. So ibig sabihin, iniiwasan nating masaktan tayo ulit. It's the fear of failure. Kasi lahat naman tayo, ayaw nating mag-fail. But the problem with this is, galing sa past, yung experience na yon. Kasi kaya nga siya experience, nangyari na siya. It's the known. Okay? It's predictable. It happened already. Ang problema, with your congruence, yung mind, heart, and body mo, natitrigger nung experiences na yun. Kasi dala-dala mo pa rin yung fear. So what will happen is, you will carry the same emotions, you will carry the same state of mind, and the worst is, you will carry the same state of being in the present moment. So what will happen is, your past will become the future. Kasi nga, yung fear, nasa present moment. And it's an anchor from the past. Now, ano pa yung isang problema? We always fear the unknown. Kasi normal yan sa atin eh, pag madilim, pag hindi mo pa alam. Di ba hindi mo pupuntahan? Parang sa online games, merong mapa na hindi mo pa na-unlock. And obviously, pag pumunta ka doon, baka may mga monsters doon, baka may boss doon, baka mamatay yung character mo and you will lose a lot of things and items, stuff like that. Same goes in real life. Pag hindi mo alam yung place, hindi ka pupunta. It's a normal reaction. Don't get me wrong. But the problem is, kung hindi ka pa mayaman ngayon, kung hindi ka pa successful ngayon, and most of us, napakarami nating mapait at masakit na experiences from the past. It means na yung success na gusto natin, na yung buhay na gusto natin, nasa unknown siya. Kasi tandaan mo, laging mas malawak yung unknown kaysa sa known. At kung hindi nakatulong sa'yo yung known, hindi nakatulong sa'yo yung past mo, yung makakatulong sa'yo, nasa unknown, nasa future mo. Pero kung wala kang itatry at gagawin na bago, hindi mo madidiscover yung unknown. Hindi mo madidiscover yung future. So the future is still unknown. So ibig sabihin, kung takot ka sa unknown, you will not try something new. If you won't try something new, the past will happen over and over. And this is the main reason why a lot of people are not successful. They are working really hard. Maybe they are consistent in what they are doing, but the problem is, consistent sila sa lateral movement. Walang nagbabago kasi walang ginagawang bago. Kasi dala-dala yung past at takot sa unknown. Takot sa future. Takot sa success. Kasi feeling natin baka hindi natin kayang i-handle. Tandaan nyo to guys, the main reason why dumadaan tayo sa failure, it is preparing us to handle success. If you are conquering a lot of chaos, eliminating a lot of stuff, winning silent battles, guys, tandaan nyo to, you can handle success. Ang nagbigay sa akin ng confidence, hindi yung success guys, hindi yung dami ng pera. Ang nagbigay sa akin ng confidence is the evidences na kahit anong mangyari sa akin, kahit bumagsak ako paulit-ulit, kaya kong bumangon. Which means that you can carry the experiences from the past and use it as evidence that you can. It's because if you're watching this video, it means that you can be successful. Because obviously, you are spending your time, nag-e-effort ka para maging successful. I congratulate you already. Now, number 2, it's what we call the comfort zone. So, ganito ay itsura niyan, guys. That is you. You are comfortable there. Right? So, what will happen is, pag may goal ka, andyan yung sa taas. Okay? Kapag bumagsak yung buhay mo, nag-fail ka, andyan yung sa baba. So, what's happening is, diyan ka sanay, diyan ka komportable. Mentally, emotionally, physically, in everything. Yan yung nakasanayan mo. Nagre-revolve dyan yung patterns mo, okay? And again, guys, you have to watch the whole video because at the end of this video, I'm gonna share with you an extremely powerful framework that I've been using. And a lot of my students are using din, kaya sila successful ngayon. Guys, wala pang isang taon yung mga students, successful na sila. And later, I'm gonna share with you how. Alright? Panoorin nyo muna to, guys. Dito muna tayo. Now, when you fail, you are out of your comfort zone. And pag bumagsak yung buhay mo, ang tawag dyan, guys, ay resistance. You are not comfortable, hindi ka sanay, hindi mo siya gusto, naiirita ka, naiilang ka. Ang gagawin ng katawan mo, automatically, your body, your mind, your heart wants you to go back to the comfort zone. So, babalik ka lang doon sa dati mong buhay. And this is the main reason why gumagawa lang tayo ng paraan kapag hirap na tayo. Kapag down na tayo. Kapag sagad na tayo, gagawa ka ng paraan. It's because when life is this, and we want this, the problem with most people is, magtitake lang ng action pag emergency na. Pag sagad na. Pag merong mamamatay na, pag merong may sakit na malala, minsan aalagaan lang natin yung sarili natin kapag hindi na tayo healthy. Minsan gagawa tayo ng paraan kapag sagad na tayo. Naghihintay pa tayo ng heartbreaks bago tayo magbago. Naghihintay pa tayo magkasakit yung magulang natin bago maging urgent yung mga pangarap natin. But the thing is, sino ba ang magde-decide? Ano ang meaning ng salitang urgent? Because when you look at this illustration, guys, you towards your goals, towards your dreams, towards success, guys, it's still the same. It's the same resistance, guys. So kahit paangat ka, kahit pababa ka, parehong may challenge, parehong mahirap, parehong may resistance. Ang problema lang, guys, kapag paangat ka na at may goal ka na, ang feeling ng katawan mo, nagfe-fail ka pa rin because it's the same freaking resistance. It's the same feeling na parang may challenge, na parang ang bigat. So akala mo ngayon, nag-fail ka. Hindi mo namamalayan na umaangat ka na pala. Hindi mo namamalaya na yung challenges mo sa buhay mo ngayon, na yung pinagdadaanan mo sa buhay mo ngayon, hindi ka pabagsak eh. Baka paangat yon. Feeling mo lang pabagsak ka, pero baka paangat ka na. Because again, it's the same emotion, it's the same feeling. You just have to recognize it. You just have to know. Sa network marketing, ang daming maglalabas ng kotse, tapos nababatakan, di ba? It's because mali yung mindset. Sipin mo before, nag-struggle sa pag-commute. So they will work really hard to have a car, to buy a car. And then, nirelease yung kotse. Siyempre, tataas yung gastos. That's a challenge. That's resistance, right? Ito problema. Akala nila, after nilang magkakotse, bumalik sila doon sa challenges. Yun yung nararamdaman ng puso. Yun yung nararamdaman ng katawan. Kasi kailangan na naman magtrabaho, kailangan na naman humataw, they have to work harder this time because may binabayaran na silang kotse. Yung iba dyan, sports car pa, right? Here's the problem. Same resistance. Ang bigat. Hindi nila alam na kaya sila may problema kasi may kotse na sila. So, ibig sabihin, kapag nalampasan yung challenge, di ba paangat yun? As time goes by, magiging iyo yung kotse. And at the end of the day, a 5 million, 10 million car, binabayaran mo lang every month. Di ba ang convenient nun? Na hindi mo kailangan bayaran ng buo yung kotse. Yung iba sa inyo, niloan nyo yung kotse, which is good kasi nahiram mo yung sobrang mahal na produkto pero binabayaran mo lang siya ng konti every month. Di ba dapat grateful? Di ba dapat na-appreciate mo yun? Di ba dapat happy ka? So kahit may challenges ka, you have to understand na paangat ka na. Same goes with businessmen. You have challenges. Ang bigat, ang hirap. May resistance. Pero tandaan mo, ang tinatrabaho mo na ngayon, pangarap mo. So you have to be aware. If you are working really hard towards your goals and dreams, it's the same resistance. So ang kalaban mo, comfort zone. Kasi most people, pag naranasan yung resistance, bumabalik na lang sa comfort zone. They fold, tumutupi. And that's one of the major enemy of success. Next. Number 3 is learned helplessness. And this is coined by Dr. Martin Seligman in the University of Pennsylvania. So, ibig sabihin, meron siyang ginawang research. Medyo cruel yung ginawang research. But this is actually valuable for us, okay? So, meron yung tatlong group. We have Group A, Group B, saka Control Group. So, ang nangyayari dito guys, isimplify ko na lang para sa inyo, para mas madali nyo maintindihan. Si Group A, kinukuryente yung mga aso. So, itong mga to, research sa mga aso. Okay? So, merong grupo ng mga aso, si Group A, si Group B, saka si Group C. Si Group A, kinukuryente sila. Pero, pag nalampasan nila yung challenge, for example, lumipat sila ng place or lumipat sila sa isang room, nawawala na yung shocks, nawawala na yung kuryente. So, ang tinuturo, pag kinuryente ka, gumalaw ka, may ginawa kang iba, nag-try ka, mawawala yung sakit. On the other hand, si B, kahit anong gawin nila, kinukuryente sila. Paulit-ulit, over and over a period of time. Si C, control group. Okay, walang ginawa sa kanila initially. So, ginawa nila to paulit-ulit hanggang makondisyon na yung utak ng mga aso. Ngayon, dinala sila sa ibang environment na guys. Ibang environment na. So, ano mangyayari? May shocks ulit. And obviously, si A, nung nasaktan, nung nakuryente, gumagawa siya ng way, naghahanap siya ng way, paano siya makakaalis doon. Kasi na-train yung mind niya, na-train yung katawan niya, na-train yung puso niya, na kahit anong mangyari, basta may ginawa ako, makakaalis ako, may solusyon. On the other hand, si B, kahit ibang environment na, may solusyon na, kaya na niyang lampasan, hindi na siya nagtatry. Kasi na-built yung tinatawag na learned helplessness. They learned that they are helpless. Kahit anong gawin nila, hindi sila makakaalis sa pain. And si C, si control group, first try, kahit walang test, the moment na masaktan sila, the moment na kuryentehin sila, gumagawa sila agad ng paraan. Meaning, kahit wala kang pinagdadaanan from the past, pag may resistance, lalaban ka. It's a normal reaction na pag masakit, ayoko dyan. Let's try something new. And na-observe nila na yung A, na may na-experience na pain from the past, tinutulungan nila yung B. Pero yung mga aso sa B, hindi nakikinig. Kasi feeling nila, they are helpless. And I want you to look back in your life right now. Ever wondered why hindi ka makamove forward? Ever wondered why parang ang hirap-hirap, para laging may pumipigil sa success mo? Baka kasi in the past, you have negative experiences nung bata ka pa lang na baka totoong helpless ka. Na paulit-ulit kang nasaktan, paulit-ulit kang nahirapan, paulit-ulit may nangyaring masama sa'yo, and you felt helpless. At na-develop yung learned helplessness, natutunan mo na wala kang pwedeng gawin na hindi na kayang magbago. Ngayon, na nanonood ka ng video na to, maybe you are in the right age already. Maybe you can change the course of your life. Maybe you can change something. Maybe you can grow. Maybe you are really growing. Pero kahit nag-grow ka na, kung feeling mo hindi ka nag-grow, yun ang magiging totoo sa'yo. At doon magbabase yung decisions mo. Doon magbabase yung choices mo. Kaya, napipigilan yung success natin. It's the learned helplessness. Next. Ignorance. Now, most probably, baka feeling mo, lusot ka na dito. Kasi you are watching this video. Nakaabot ka sa number 4. Maybe you are watching a lot of my videos, right? It means na hindi ka ignorante. You are learning, you are trying, and that's good. But I'm gonna put more context to this, right? There's a famous saying that intelligence rules the world and ignorance carries the burden of the world. So yung pumapasa ng bigat, yung mga taong hindi alam. So if you think about it, ang difference ng mahirap at mayaman. Si mahirap, hindi nila alam paano sila yayaman. May alam si mayaman na hindi alam ni mahirap. Sasabihin ng mga mahihirap, may alam din ng mahirap na hindi alam ng mayaman. Ano? Yung hirap ng buhay. That's not true. Kasi lahat halos ng kakilala kong mayaman galing sa hirap. At para masustain mo yung yaman mo, dadaan ka talaga sa hirap. Na sobrang hirap, sobrang bigat. I'm here to tell you. I'm pretty sure a lot of the businessmen here, a lot of the entrepreneurs who are watching this video can actually relate to that. And ignorance means na akala mo ikaw lang yung nahihirapan sa mundo. Na akala mo ikaw lang yung may pinagdadaanan sa mundo. So it's very important that you are growing. Na unti-unti kang tumatalino, na unti-unti kang natututo. If you wanna work smart, you have to work first. You have to gather the knowledge. Kaya nga para sa akin, sobrang mali yung context na may bobong paraan para yumaman. That's wrong in so many ways. Kasi hindi ka yayaman kung bobo ka. Actually, hindi ka rin pwede sa employment kung bobo ka. At mali na sinasabi natin na bobo yung mga tao o kailangan maging bobo yung mga tao. The truth is, we have to be smart. And for you to be smart, you have to learn. You have to study how to learn. You have to read books. You have to watch a lot of videos and you have to try. You can't be ignorant and say, pwede namang yumaman kahit bobo eh. Huwag niyong lokohin yung sarili niyo guys. Don't lie to yourself. Don't buy to the clout. And let's be realistic. You have to be intelligent. And hindi kailangan sobrang talino mo ha. Don't get me wrong. Being intelligent means that you are continuously trying to learn. And ignorance also means that maybe you have a lot of ego. Kasi may mga bagay na nagagawa kang mali. Maybe you are making the wrong decisions. Maybe you are making a lot of mistakes, but you are ignorant around it. Being ignorant with the mistakes that you have will actually hold you back from becoming successful. Kasi kung alam mo kung saan mo gustong pumunta, at alam mo yung pwedeng maka-hold back sa'yo, at alam mo yung mga mali mo, you will be successful. Because alam mo kung ano yung dapat mong i-eliminate sa sarili mo, at alam mo kung ano yung dapat mong baguhin sa sarili mo. So guys, don't be ignorant. If you are making mistakes, tanggapin mo. Okay? Kung nasan ka ngayon, tandaan mo to, kung nasan ka ngayon, kasalanan mo yan. You are not helpless. You can control your mind. You can control yourself. You can control your body. Kung hindi ka masaya sa trabaho mo, sino bang nag-apply dyan? Di ba ikaw? Kung hindi ka masaya sa relationship mo, sino bang nanligaw? Sino bang nagpaligaw? Ako ba? Gumawa ba ako ng video para sa'yo? Tapos sinabi ko, sagutin mo na siya. Ligawan mo na siya. Wala naman akong video na gano'n, di ba? Walang nag-convince sa'yo. At kahit may nag-convince sa'yo, may nagtulak sa'yo, ikaw pa rin yung naglagay ng sarili mo sa toxic na relationship na yan. Kung ano yung buhay mo ngayon, kasalanan mo. Pero tandaan mo to, pag yumaman ka, kasalanan mo rin. Pag naging masaya ka, kasalanan mo rin. Pag na-achieve mo yung mga pangarap mo, kasalanan mo din. Ang tawag doon, accountability. It's because if you can be accountable for your mistakes, you will be accountable for your wins. Mababago mo lang yung mga mali sa'yo kung kaya mong tanggapin na may mali ka. The first step in solving the problem is recognizing that there is one. And maybe, you are one. Baka naman ikaw talaga yung problema. Don't be ignorant. The number 5, enemy of success. I won't give up on us. So, akala ng marami, ang kalaban ng success ay failure. That's wrong. Failure is a part of success. Same goes with love and hate. Opposite yon, di ba? Pero hindi mo pwedeng sabihin hate mo yung isang tao kung hindi mo siya mahal. Right? At some point yung mahal natin, minsan hini-hate talaga natin yan eh. Sino bang pwede mong pagdadahan? Yung taong pinagtiwalaan mo. Same goes with success. If you want to be successful, if you are on your journey towards success, you will eventually fail at first. That's the law of polarity. So this coin represents the law of polarity. The tails represents failure, the heads represents success. So ito yung polarity. Ang success at failure laging magkasama parang coin. So when we toss this coin, ang lumabas dyan, yung heads, ano yung nakikita natin? Yung success. Tama? But underneath that success, may failure na nakatago. Hindi mo lang siya nakikita ngayon, but it's there. A major example is, kung na-promote ka sa trabaho, 1 week, 2 weeks lang, let's just say na-promote ka, di ba that's a moment of success? Pero ano yung failure? May maiinggit sa'yo. May mayayabangan sa'yo. May magchichismis sa'yo, sasabihin, kabit ka ni boss, sasabihin, sip-sip ka, and all those things na pwede mo ikasira. Right? Ganon din yung failure. Kung paulit-ulit ka ang nagfe-fail over and over, baka may nakatagong success yan. One major example in my life. Nung 16 ako guys, okay na eh, success na eh. Diba? Unti-unti nang gumaganda yung buhay namin, pero na-scam kami. That's a failure, right? Pero kung hindi dahil sa scam na yon, kung hindi dahil doon, hindi ako magiging MJ Lopez ngayon. Kasi kaya ako nag-start ng business nung 16 ako kasi na-scam kami. Kasi nakita kong umiiyak si mama. Nung pandemic, that's a failure. I lost a lot of leaders, I lost a lot of hair, I was depressed, I lost 20 million because of trusting the wrong people. Pero hindi ako makakapag-develop ng napakagandang course, ng napakagandang programs na mangyayari sa March 28 to 31, 2025 guys. Exclusive po yan sa Success Blueprint. It's a 3-day to 4-day event live with MJ Lopez para kayong umattend ng Unleash the Power Within and Date with Destiny with Tony Robbins. So again, that's exclusive for Success Blueprint students. So if you want to be part of it, enroll now. Because the main reason why I created content is because of the failure that I lost people. So my goal is to reach people. So I became successful, I became who I am right now. Bumaliktad yung coin simply because nakita ko yung opportunities behind the failure. At tandaan nyo to guys, kung paulit-ulit kang nare-reject, there are times that rejections are God's redirection. Kung may mga taong nawawala sa buhay mo, kung may betrayals, kung may nanloko sa'yo, baka si God na yung naglalayo sa'yo sa mga taong to. Because meron siyang narinig na conversation na hindi mo narinig. Just surrender. Sabi nga sa Bible, di ba? Do not fear. So what's my point? Ang kalaban ng success, hindi failure. Ang kalaban ng success is when you give up. Always remember that as long as you are moving forward, as long as you are in the process, you can and you will be successful. Now, as a way of thank you for watching my videos and for me to actually pay it forward to you, I'm gonna share with you an extremely powerful tool from a paid course that we have. Okay? And this is called Pattern Mastery. So this is something that will eliminate all the 5 enemies of success if you can master it. The first step is what we call pattern recognition. Because let's be real, yung 5 nabanggit ko, it can be part of our patterns. At sabi ko sa unang part ng video, paulit-ulit na yung ginagawa natin. So ibig sabihin, if you have fear, you have to recognize that you have fear, that you have ego, that you are still in the comfort zone. That maybe meron kang learned helplessness. And maybe you are ignorant with your mistakes. And maybe you are ignorant sa mga mali mo. So you have to recognize all the patterns, all the mistakes that you have. So that pag alam mo na kung ano yung patterns mo, you can actually break those patterns. Ang tawag doon pattern, that's pattern interrupt. So ibig sabihin, recognize the enemies of success and eliminate it, interrupt it. Pero again, kailangan mo siyang gawin pa ulit-ulit. At tandaan nyo to make it stick, to make it sustainable, for you to become successful, you have to create new patterns. Ano ibig sabihin nito? Let's just say ito yung wrong patterns mo. Ito yung 5 enemies of success na paulit-ulit mong ginagawa. Ngayon, masakit siyang tanggapin. Pero kailangan mong lunukin yung ego mo. Okay? Kailangan mong tanggapin, you have to recognize the patterns and break the patterns. And the best way to break the patterns is accept that you are wrong. Accept that maybe you are making a lot of mistakes. So, you have to drink it. Dami. Hindi natin siya kayang lagyan ng bagong pattern kung puno na siya. So, ibig sabihin, after mong lunukin yung ego mo, it's time to develop new patterns in your life. So dito nyo magagamit yung recognition kasi you will recognize the patterns of hyper-successful people, of your mentors and references that can actually help you create new patterns in your life for you to have sustainable growth and success. At yan ang tinuturo natin sa Success Blueprint. Guys, diretsahan na tayo. If you can't afford Success Blueprint, we have a course called 10 Powerful Skills. It's only 1,500 guys. Na-promo yan, you will get 100% more access if you will enroll right now. Sa last part nun, merong konting pattern mastery. But again, if you can afford it, if you really wanna be successful, na-afford nga natin na paulit-ulit tayo nagfe-fail eh. Na-afford nga natin na paulit-ulit tayo nasasaktan eh. Na-afford nga natin na ang tagal-tagal na paulit-ulit yung ginagawa natin. Ano yung cost nun sa buhay mo? I'm here to tell you, Success Blueprint will surely help you because we have proof from our students. Now here's what will happen. I have a promo just for you who are watching this video. 1 week lang to guys. If you will enroll both Success Blueprint and 10 Powerful Skills, you will get 50% more access sa Success Blueprint, and 200% more access sa 10 powerful skills. If you are curious sa price, it's less than 10,000 pesos, guys. Napakamura. But the value you will get is astonishing, guys. I'm here to tell you, it is the best course right now. So if you wanna enroll, just visit www.successblueprint.ph. Because again, our goal is to help you. So if you want something that will actually teach you more of this, that will actually help you implement all of this, go with the Success Blueprint. It's an online course, guys. Those are recorded videos, curated videos that I have, 18 years of my experience. Nascam pa ako ng 20 million, so you don't have to. I spent more than 10 million pesos for my personal development, so you don't have to, guys. This is 1,000 times more affordable just for you. And of course, it's understandable because the examples are conducive for you. We have mastermind sessions in Success Blueprint, guys. So if you have questions to me directly, doon natin yung mapag-uusapan. Para siyang coaching session. We also have an exclusive community who will support you. And we have a free workbook. It's downloadable and you can print it anywhere you want. So kahit nasaan ka, pwede to sa'yo. Kahit anong career mo, pwede to sa'yo. So we are transforming the lives of people, kahit employees, students, entrepreneurs, OFWs, lahat, guys. And I'm so happy right now because our students are transforming their lives. And the good news is, you can be part of my first event called Awaken the Power Within. Para na rin kayong umatan kay Tony Robbins, guys, because alam nyo yan, idol na idol natin si Tony Robbins, and I'm here to serve you. So yun lang, guys, this is the end of the video. And always remember that all I want for you is to become more successful in life and for you to reach the next level success. Yun lang, guys, my name is MJ Lopez, and see you soon.